Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between a mastermind, a networking group, and the differences between in person as well as online groups like those. Hi, I'm Sonia Pedowick, your host of the Catalyst podcast. I'm a small business owner here. I founded Torian Consulting 9 years ago, an IT staffing firm here in Las Vegas. And during pandemic, I started the Catalyst Mastermind Collaborative, a small business mastermind that serves the small business community. I'll be coming to you twice a week, once just to talk about business ownership and what a mastermind group is, and once a week with a small business owner who will share their stories about lessons learned, how they started their businesses, share their knowledge with you, and all about the small business community and networking here in the Las Vegas market. So let's get into it. The difference between, say, an in-person versus a virtual mastermind really has to do with what you're looking for and how you engage. Personally, I like in person. I was talking to one of our guests that was on our show or will be on our show here, where she belongs to a nationwide mastermind that's specific to her industry. So nobody is just in her market. She wants to connect with other insurance agency owners across the country so that they can talk about what's working in their markets, what's working in their businesses, but they don't compete directly with each other locally. They can learn about being an insurance agency owner on a national level, and they can learn from each other about that without feeling that they're competing with each other. In fact, they can actually refer business to each other because if they're not licensed in Nevada or she's not licensed in Chicago, Illinois, they might be able to give business to each other. But really, the learning comes at a national level, and they probably can't get together in person as often. So they might choose to meet virtually. So it's really up to you as the individual. I know my attention span is not that long on a virtual session. So for me to be on an all day meeting or even a half day meeting, anything longer than an hour, I'm not really as inclined to stay in tune and pay attention to online. So for me, I wouldn't probably choose into anything that was in an online setting. I want to go to a room. I want to be in relationship. I want to spend all day working on my business, break bread and have lunch with people and just be really in relationship for a whole day. And I want to disconnect from my business and have other people be fully present with me for that day. When it comes to like what is suitable for an online mastermind, it's really, again, I would say it's very specific to you as the business owner. When it comes to national industry specific masterminds, I think that makes total sense. I think it's really what your level of engagement is. The facilitator, are they able to keep people engaged and contributing? Because it's not as much as what you're getting out of it, it's also what you're pouring into it. So, is everyone who's on the mastermind call participating, active, equally pouring into it? Otherwise, people start to feel resentful, like I'm participating, this person is not. I show up, they turn their camera off, there's background distractions, whatever. You start to get some of that resentment and frustration. So it's really what is your level? What do you need? And I suggest you find these groups, test them out online, test them out in person, see what's a fit for you. Because if you're going to commit your time, you need to know that the room's the right room for you. And so by finding the right mastermind, it's important to make sure you know what is the purpose of each of the masterminds. So with Catalyst, we have three. We have the one that started in pandemic, which we call Catalyst. It's our main mastermind that's geared toward businesses that are well established, that are already making well over six figures, sometimes into $1 million businesses, where they have multiple employees that have been around for businesses have been around for a very long time, and that they come every month to work on their business, and they have built this bond with each other because of the years that we've had together. We're opening 5 seats in that room because we're wanting to expand what we've already been working on to some new businesses, new ideas, and new thoughts. So that room is really geared to a more established business. Our Friday mastermind, which meets the second Friday of every month, the first one meets the second Thursday of every month. The Friday group is Opulence. It's for women owned business, and that is for the small and growing women owned business. We started that one because we had been talking to women business owners who are really seeking out the vibe, for lack of a better term, to be able to talk with other women business owners about the successes that they were having, the challenges that they were having, the landscape that they were navigating as women business owners. And they wanted to do that in an all female room. We're tackling leadership, we're tackling growth, scaling, legacy, and we're tackling money. And that is a topic that a lot of women business owners have not really been taught how to talk about. And that's generational, that's cultural. And we're really tackling how to take control of your money and how to stretch the dollar, how to make more of it, how to be smarter with the profit in your business in that opulence setting. And then the third one, we're just about to graduate our second cohort. And this one I really love. I love all of them, but this one I love because a lot of people would come to our mastermind groups as a guest, but they would be a little bit fish out of the water because their businesses were either baby businesses, side hustles, smaller in nature. Maybe they hadn't passed that 20,000, 30, 50, or even 70,000 in revenue yet. And they were wanting so bad to get past that 6-figure mark. And so they needed support their marketing, with their finance, just some of the foundational things before they themselves would consider themselves a real business. And so I sat back with Lisa, my partner in that, and was like, how can we help these people really make their businesses solid? Because the SBA statistics are like 80% of businesses that open don't pass the 3 to 5 year mark, and they never pass $100,000 in revenue. And I just don't want that to happen anymore. I want to take a stand for those businesses to help them pass those thresholds. And really, there are so many programs out there that are free through the SBA, which are amazing, that people go through, but then they don't have the coaching and the accountability after that help them pass those thresholds and become real businesses to then jump into one of the other masterminds and be part of the mastermind community that are some of the larger, more thriving businesses here in Las Vegas. Is there such a thing as a bad mastermind? I think it's really, it takes two. It could possibly be, are there bad coaches or they're bad members, right? So if a coach isn't holding people accountable, if they aren't bringing new topics, new tools, new speakers, new books, if they're not pouring value into it every month, then maybe it is not the right room for you. But if you as the member are also not showing up in a way that is valuable for yourself, you have to pour into anything what you want to get out of it. And that, I think that's anything in life. How you do one thing in one area of your life is how you're doing it in another area. And so I think members who choose in have to want to be a very active and participatory member of a mastermind group. And so if you're expecting more out of the other members than you're wanting to pour in, or more out of your coach to show up and do more, but you're not coming to your one-to-ones. You're not coming every meeting. You're not playing full out. You're on your computer working, or you're not fully checked out for your business and fully present. Why are you in the group, right? And so I think that it has to do with you choosing to work on your business for one day a month with a group of people who are fully committed to being there for you as much as you're there for yourself and for them as well. I think if there's anything that you're seeing on any of these podcasts or what I'm talking about now that's making you think just maybe you should inquire about a mastermind, you're curious or you're hesitant or you're like, I don't know what this lady's talking about, I think the best thing to do is go in the show notes, find the link, and let's just schedule a coffee, because really having the conversation about what it is you want out of your business in 2025 and beyond will really open up whether or not one of these groups is for you. I had a conversation with a gentleman today, and he's just not ready. He doesn't have the funds, the time, and the commitment. He's not sure where he's going. He's got too many plates in the air, and he's not ready to commit. He's like, I can come some months, I can't come other months. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for members who are fully committed to their own personal growth and by proxy want to pour into the growth of other business owners. So if you're like teetering, you have some curiosity, you're wondering, what could this all be about? What is this lady talking about? The quickest way is to just schedule a call. Let's go have coffee. Let's have lunch. Let me learn about what's going on in your business and how I might be able to support you. And whether it's my group or another mastermind, I just want you to be doing the work. If you like what you saw today on the Catalyst podcast, make sure you subscribe to our show, like it, and share it with someone who you think might also find value.